Pete Abordi. How we doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me, I think.
Well, it depends how much I torment you. I took you to the best place. I wanted to remind you of home, so I got the lids out, the quiver, as you called it before.
Invert.
I'm waiting for you to run it over, eh? You right?
I took my finger off. Yeah.
All the shows are cancelled. He's broken a nail.
No, I'll be right.
So you've just dropped another album.
Yes. 18 years or something in between them. It's a bit of a break.
It's an absolute banger. I've probably got a majority of those Spotify plays.
Thanks.
Up.
Thanks.
After 18 years, what drew you back?
Me and the other Pete, the guitarist, have been in contact the whole time and often spoken about doing new music. And we did one new song a few years after we played our last show. Wow, birds are going mental.
Yeah.
And then I honestly, it basically started with, we did a show. So everything stemmed from that. In 2002, we got offered to play a show. And we'd been offered to play shows before. But this specific time, the people behind it were a bit more aggressive. And it was basically Speed and their extended friends and booking agent. And yeah, they just, I don't know, they really wanted us to be a part of this thing they were doing. It was called Back on the Map. And I was honoured, thanks heaps, really appreciate the offer. But I just didn't feel like there was a need or anything. But we did that and it was the best show I've ever done. It was really fun and it was just the best vibe. There was no
Sydney?
bullshit. Yeah, in Sydney. Yeah. No security at all, which was bizarre. It was just the best. Every band was amazing. The vibe was great. And then from that, it sounds dumb, but just from that one good show, I think basically what I said to Pete was, if we're going to do one show, I want to do new music. So
yeah,
it kind of stemmed from there, all of it, which is pretty crazy to look back on because that's 3 years ago now. That's how long it took us.
And I've been harassing you to do a show in Adelaide ever since.
Yes, and it's finally happening.
Well, yeah.
Two of them.
Two.
Yeah.
So my introduction to hardcore music, which I didn't even really know that's what it was called, was MySpace days, and all the girls that I was into were like this band called I Killed the Prom Queen. Now, that would have been 2000 and maybe 3?
Even, I think they started in 2001, maybe even.
Oh, shit.
2002-ish, yeah.
So they're from Adelaide, and,
Old Dinga.
Old Dinga, yeah, down in the God's country. But so we had our own scene here. I used to go to a bunch of gigs growing up. I remember, Parkway opened at Taste of Chaos. So I knew Prom Queen and I knew Parkway.
Yep.
And then me and you start training together. I think you came down with your boys to the First Nations program.
Yeah, maybe.
And I thought you sold T-shirts at a merch table.
I did.
I had no idea you were part of this, one of the biggest hardcore bands.
Nah. I think what you're referring to is someone recognised me rolling with you, right? Or something?
Yeah.
But Parkway and Prom Queen, they were and Day of Contempt as well were another real popular band.
That name, yep.
There's bands like that, and Mind Snare, Toe to Toe. I don't put us in that category, really. Those bands are I don't want to use the term biggest, but most influential bands in Australian metal or hardcore for sure. We did an album a few years after that generation,
Oh, true.
Yeah, but people look back at our album and they do enjoy it, which is nice to know. But I still don't, those bands, even for me, even if I like them or not, they're the bands, if you name, especially for me, Mind Snare and Toe to Toe, they were for me the first two big bands.
Yeah.
But the next gen, for sure, was Prom Queen was probably Day of Contempt. Actually, from here was the main one. Then off that Prom Queen, then they crafted pretty much Scott Parkway to be a band. They were just fucking useless kids in Byron. So it's pretty crazy how that's worked out. And then it's gone from
Lid
that.
Rider too.
Well, a lot of them were. But yeah, the way it's all panned out now is fucking insane. Like,
it must be bizarre to see. Like, I mean, I went to that Parkway gig at Entertainment Centre, and that was very different to when I saw them open.
It's amazing. Like, I've seen them play in rooms as big as this garage, you know. And then I took Riker to see him at the Opera House. It was like one of the best nights of my life. You know what I mean? Like, it's emotional because I also like knowing them, and especially because I'm close with Luke, who does all the organising on like, so I knew what went into that. So I kind of feel nervous for him. Like, even the day of, man, I've got his kids at the zoo so he can do what he's got to do, and his wife can be with him and help him because they got that much shit going on. And he's texting me like, it's a disaster. They had nowhere to stand on the stage. They ordered so many flowers, and and the orchestra was so big. He's like, got no fucking room. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, but they made it work. It's just funny. Like, I think people look at that and go, oh, they've been planning this for months. And it's like, it's funny because it still is real DIY, even though they're playing at the Opera House. Like, they're literally putting that shit together like the afternoon before you get there, you know? But it is sick, and it's fucked up because none of it was planned. They just literally made a band for their friends to mosh to.
That's fucking crazy.
in a fucking garage like this, the hall in Byron. Like, it's literally all it was. And it just, you know what I will say, and I've said this heaps of times before, the support of their parents is the reason why they're the band they are.
Oh, wow.
So just say they were from Sydney or Melbourne, their parents would have been like, stop doing this shit, go get a job, which is what all our parents fucking did, you know? Essentially, because you have to, you need to pay your way. But up there, they had this supportive base behind them, and they're like, oh, you want to do music? And they kind of, and maybe I guess living in a small country town where you can pick up work, that was the thing. They all had shit jobs that they could just go off and do.
Yeah.
But I really do believe, like, especially the Gordons, Ben, the drummer's family, that's Parkway Drive, where they obviously rehearsed and everything. Yeah. The support of them really, I think, helped big time as well.
Yeah, well, definitely, rather than most parents would be like, you're not fucking playing in the band.
Like, go get a job, dickhead. You got to pay rent. But that's one way when I look at my own kids now, like, I think you just got to support whatever they do.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a point where I guess you got to, but also, like, there's probably been many points when they could have said to them, you're touring, getting paid $100 a night. This isn't going to take you anywhere. Yeah. And then now look at them. They've all bought their parents' houses for them. You know what I mean? When a lot of the parents possibly wouldn't have been able to stay in Byron because of how crazy and expensive it got.
Yeah, it's different from the first time I went there to the last time I was there.
I was there last time. I was just like, this place is insane. Like, it's just the richest people in Australia all moved to the same town over COVID, I guess.
Yeah. So you live in Adelaide now. You've got a family. You're about to go back on tour. We've been to tour. That's pretty cool.
6 shows.
Down to the gong, mate.
Yeah, we've got to do whatever we can, basically.
But that would be a bunch of fun, getting away, getting to go play shows again.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first got on stage? Because you're close to 60 now?
What am I in dog years? That's still the funniest thing you've ever said to me. I'm 43. I think me and Pete, so that's what's crazy, the same guitarist that I'm doing this band was in my first band with me.
Oh, no.
And he was 15 and I was 16.
Wow.
Yeah, when we first started that band. And we both looked 28.
Yeah.
He looked older than me. So we had no issue playing pubs and that in Sydney. So by the time we finally I know we played at the Maroubra Bay Hotel, which is like the pub I grew up at the beach, was our first ever show. And he would have been 15 and I would have been 16. So yeah, by the time we actually got good enough to actually get put on a hardcore show, we're probably a year later maybe. So we're still underage. But we looked older.
Was the hardcore scene mental in Sydney around that time?
It's crazy how when you look back, same maybe with surfing, you know, you used to think the waves were bigger and scarier. It was like that. There definitely was some psycho people around though. But I mean, it felt scary, you know. And the one thing I will say, because Speed obviously have bought it out now, but it was always super multicultural. there was like Asian people, like heaps of Europeans, and there was always Aboriginal fellas around, and like I think that was Sydney though, and especially like shitty punk music, like in Marrickville and Newtown and all those suburbs, because it was all working class.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember it being real scary, and like whenever things happen, like fights and that, it was fucking crazy. Like I saw this, and I only just remembered it because of what's going on politically now. But I was in Canberra, and this guy started doing the Zig Heil Nazi salute, and dude, I swear, I think I shouldn't say, but it looked like he died.
Wow.
They beat him down and then just kept going. And I was just this kid, and I was just like, wow, he's probably had enough. And they just kept going. Wow. And they dragged him out and laid him like by the side of this, whatever it was like a hall.
Fuck.
And I was like, he didn't move. And no ambulance came.
Jesus.
And like it looked bad and it sounded bad, and yeah, it was brutal. But I kind of want to say if those people turn up again, they deserve the same exact treatment.
Yeah.
Like no
yeah,
talking.
Sure.
It's the only thing they understand, unfortunately. But that was fucking crazy.
What's that? Punch a Nazi, right?
Hopefully it happens, because they seem to be multiplying somehow.
Yeah, they're giving bald dudes with a moustache a fucking bad name. Yeah.
No, look at us. It's funny, one of my mates in Melbourne fully looks like he's part of them. And I'm like,
really?
dude, you got to start dressing. Stop wearing black cargo pants tucked into a black t-shirt. I don't know, just put a white t-shirt on or something.
With back then, going to all those shows, you mentioned Toe to Toe, and what was the other band?
Mind Snares. So that Toe to Toe Sydney, Mind Snares Melbourne. But they're like two of the... Mind Snares still going, and they're like the biggest legends.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, and the best fucking band ever. It's crazy. Best musicians, best at what they do, and the most down to earth, like fucking legends of people too. They just write themselves off and say, "Oh, we're shit."
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you're
still
legends. Yeah, they usually play like a couple shows a year.
Oh, that's
and
dope.
they just sell out as soon as because it's like, fuck, Mind Snares playing.
For the pit not as crazy with the age of the fans, maybe?
Well, they are. The last time they played here, some guy started punching. I jumped in and I dropped my glasses. My glasses so I don't wear glasses to shows anymore.
Oh,
Gave him the 300 kick off the stage.
Oh, really?
But then when I went in, my glasses fell off and I was like, fuck.
Still the gnarliest broken nose I have ever seen in my life was at Speed at Jive.
Really? That night?
I've
I
seen a lot
remember
of
you
broken
saying,
noses in
I had a pretty
martial
bad one.
arts. This dude, it was caved in from here back, and it looked like a little jelly bean at the end. Yeah, it was horrifying. And the noise he made, over Speed, playing in that small venue, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's not good.
But I thought I'd been to crazy shows before, and then I remember going to that, and I saw what they do in the pit.
I remember your reaction. It was like...
Yeah, like I've been going to hip hop shows and punk and some metal shows,
stuff.
but I've never seen that.
Yeah.
What is like they're picking stuff off the floor? I remember Will was
it's like picking up change. There's all these moves. The funny thing is, so in Sydney, right, it was more of like a punk scene. So we pretty much everyone just ran in a circle.
Yeah.
But as they ran around, they like threw elbows and like did little moves. But then it was years back, this band Sick of It All put out this music video, which you can still watch, and it showed all the moves. And I distinctly remember after that, people were like doing these moves, and I'm like, you fucking saw that. Like, this is all before the internet and YouTube, obviously. But then Melbourne and especially Adelaide was like more metallic scene, which is kind of a bit more of what you're seeing now. And that's when all the kickboxing and like fucking arms swinging and like spin kicks and shit. Yeah, like, so I've never done it really, any of that shit, because I'm just from Sydney. We just used to smash everyone, you know?
Yeah. Well, I see them hit each other and then they smile at each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. I went to a show here the other night and it's all like young. There's so many cool younger bands in Adelaide now. And like, when their mates' bands play, they're literally beating the shit out of each other. And then they're like, oh yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, we didn't do that. Like, one thing I do hate, they pretend to punch each other. And it's like, if someone does that to me and you're getting actual punched. But it's so funny. Like, for an outsider, like the lady that put that show on, my wife's actually done dance stuff at this place. It's like a place in the city. I saw her put her head in and she must have just been like, what are these fuckwits doing? Because they're all just like, oh, hello, hey. They're all like the nicest people. And then, but that's what it is. Like, It's everyone getting out. It's there. You know, for people that train, you can do that. That's your release, maybe. But for these people, and that's how I was when I was young. Like, it's your release. Like, you're yelling, or you're playing, or you're running around, and there's no kind of rules. You can sort of get away a bit different with phones now.
When I saw it, I was like, these cunts have to be on drugs.
Well, the crazy thing with speed too, even now, their booking agent makes a real effort to not have any security or any barrier.
Yeah, true.
So that the crowd can react however they want.
I wondered that because those last two shows that I'm
Lion
still going to
Arts.
call it Fowlers.
Yeah, I
Lion
call it
Arts.
that too. No barrier.
People just all night.
Yeah, but then at the end of the night, you see they push the barrier. So the first thing, I'm still there saying goodbye, and they push that barrier back because for every other show there, even for acoustic shit, there's a barrier.
Yeah.
But Candace, their booking agent, makes a real. That's part of their deal. They only play venues where they've done a few, I think, now where they have to have it because they don't have a choice. But for 98 or 99% of it, they want. That's what hardcore is. You got to get that energy, you know, or it's just weird.
It's wild because like I started going to concerts post the Big Day Out incident with Limp Bizkit, where the girl passed away. So, you know, even my mates' older brothers, they talk about going to Big Day Out and you get a stripe up your arm in Texter if you've been caught crowd surfing. You get caught again and you're booted.
Yeah, no shit.
So, you know, anytime I've been to shows, people are always pulling them down.
Yeah.
Then I see this and I see the same guy go up 10 times, like clowns getting out of the car. So that's really cool because I used to love crowd surfing until I got launched and landed on my head, and I was like, all right, maybe I'm too big for this now.
I did a couple the other night in front of the boys, and they were just like, and then one, like I felt myself falling, and I put my arm out, and I was like, oh, there goes my collarbone, but I somehow didn't hurt myself.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, the hardcore, I was always into punk rock, and then I got into hip hop, and I saw that community, and I feel like hardcore, like, you know, like Bradley Wheaton, Who for a Lamb or something.
Yeah.
Like, all you boys, obviously we all do jiu-jitsu, but, you know, just the connection everybody has there. Like you said, they beat the shit out of each other and then they're mates after.
Well, the weird thing with hardcore, and it's similar to, I reckon, like hip-hop, especially like the more like, I don't know, like Gangstar or even Wu-Tang, they actually have a message, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say like 50 Cent and G-Unit and fucking The Game, like that's just gangster rap. But like I literally learned like how to be a good human through the craziest music you've ever heard, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the lyrics in the songs are about like sexism or racism or straight edge, or you know what I mean, like, and about being, well, the thing too, it's like essentially at the basis of it, it's punk, which is anti-authoritarian, sort of like fuck you to normal people, you know, or the mainstream, which I obviously quite enjoy because that's sort of how my brain is wired. But so it's crazy, like for an outsider you hear the music and you think they're singing about fucking killing people or the devil or whatever, like Slayer, or that's the other thing too. Like I love some metal, but I just can't align with any of it. Like the lyrics are all this fucking dumb make-believe bullshit. They're singing about demons and
I used to listen
horses.
To Korn.
And
Mum would hear it in the morning and be like, turn that fucking shit off.
But even Korn, like they know what they're doing. They're just making music to, you know, jump around to. I feel, but I don't know, that's why I think hardcore, it grabs people's attention and keeps it for some for a lot longer because there's a lot more to it, you know? And it isn't just loud noise.
Yeah, I mean, I took a couple of lads from a hip-hop group to the last speed show, and I don't think, one of them didn't mind it. I think the other one was like, what the fuck have I walked into right now? But
there's been crossover throughout the years. Like Toe to Toe used to play shows with this old Sydney group called Death Wish Cast.
Oh yeah. I've definitely seen Toe to Toe.
Yeah, everyone I've ever been to doesn't work. As much as the crowd is similar, because like I said, everyone's sort of anti-authoritarian and like a bit more free thinkers and like hates the government and all that shit. For some reason, and I do get it. Like for me, I love hip hop and I love hardcore, but I listen to all kind of music. So I don't know, but I always thought like a heavy band, heavy hip hop would be cool because it breaks it up, but it kills I don't know. Everyone I've ever been to doesn't work. But we are thinking of trying to do something.
Oh, really?
Around Christmas time, maybe in Sydney with a few of the people up there, which would be pretty sick. Because it is a small world and everyone sort of knows each other, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but probably probably not work out, but at least we'll try it again.
No, like that was always the best part about festivals, you know, except when you're watching, who was it, Enya before Rage Against the Machine?
Oh, really?
I was like, this is not the vibe we need.
That's a weird feeling. They probably should have put her on after to chill everyone out.
Literally, yeah.
Speed are playing with the Hoods, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing in
Gold Coast or something.
Yeah, some festival up there.
You know what festivals are like though? There's such a big gap and such a big crowd. Fucking me and you could get up there with the tambourine and probably do all right, you know?
I can't yell. I can't yell like you can, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do, but we could do something.
This latest album, it's quite personal for you.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I reckon anyone could relate, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I've had it on repeat, and Illness is my favourite track. That fucking guitar solo that your mate goes
can play guitar.
So for you, writing this album, was that a way of you...
Yeah, processing. Yeah, for sure, I reckon. Like, that's the other thing. When we said, we're going to do music again, like, and especially at our age, it had to have, like, something to it, you know, a bit of substance. I'm not going to write a record about, I don't know, like, when you first start doing hardcore, you don't really know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Whereas now, we've been doing it a while, we know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, like, I had this template of exactly what we were going to do. Like, I gave Pete, it's going to be 10 songs. The first song is going to do this, the second song.
Oh,
and then, it's weird. We do it a bit differently. And if you spoke to him, he might have said, I don't listen to what that dickhead tells me. But in my head, I had it planned out. And I did. Like, if you listen to it, every song has a purpose and goes in. So nice, and then the middle's got the chilled song, and then it comes back in, and then it ends on the big finish song. Like, that stuff's planned. And then the lyrics, especially on this one, are written accordingly. Like, I've probably... I don't want to make it sound like I've had a hard life. I totally haven't. I've had a great life. But I have had quite a bit of, like, loss, and more so maybe than a normal person. Like, it started... When I was 18, one of my mates got shot and died, which was just the most insane thing, like living in Australia. And like, whatever, it's the same old. I've lost my close friends. Literally my best mate passed away. But all of that stuff, as fucked as it was nothing compared to losing my dad, which is insane because we all have parents and they're all older than us from the get-go. You know they're going to pass away. And my dad was sick for a long time, but when he passed away, it's hard to explain, and I can talk about it, but you're never the same again. And I just tried to, like, I don't know. And the other thing I really thought about too on this was my boys are getting older now, and they know what I do and whatever, and they don't listen to heaps of heavy music. They love hip hop too. But I wanted to leave something behind for them as well, and like, I don't know, like when you really think about it, none of us are here very long, and the only thing that stays here after you're gone is what you leave behind. You know what I mean? So like, I know you won't take this as a compliment, but like your jiu-jitsu and what you and your brother do, that's there forever. You know what I mean? But you're only here for a short period of time to do it. So essentially that's what this record was. And then I obviously wanted to sort of touch on everything that I went through. So the first side of the record's actually my dad's voice, as in like he wrote it, and then the second half's me after he's gone. Yeah, right. So like the first line's something about born in the north, so he was born in Italy. Where the red train takes you to the top, like that's his little town, and there's a train.
Oh, no shit.
So like it literally starts, and then how they moved to Australia and whatever. When I wrote all that though, Pete the guitarist was like, "What is this?" Like, because like usually hardcore is like about how tough you are, and you're fucking down for your crew, and that's what I mean when I say it's different. But I do hope people, I think they can, because I've had a lot of like nice messages and people reach out. Like, no matter if you live long enough, you're going to experience loss and grief and all that stuff. It's just part of life. But I don't know, like you said, I think it did actually, well, I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's been part of the process for sure.
It's, I know, you know, not one of the times we went to Speed, you sort of said, have a look at the audience tonight. Like, it'll look a lot different to what hardcore shows used to look like. And you can see the Triple J listeners come in.
Yeah.
I think a record like yours will like resonate with a lot of people because I love Parkway Drive. I have no fucking idea a single word he says. I'm killing or killing with a smile. I couldn't tell you a single word, but I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Whereas yours, and especially after hearing that with the side A and the side B, that'll be real interesting to listen to again.
Yeah. It's weird too. I think I said this somewhere else. We really don't make music for anyone else, which is another thing that I'm sort of proud of, I guess. We just trying to do our thing, you know, and it's been cool, like especially, it's only been out a couple of weeks and we still don't actually, I've seen now that the records are just getting sent out. Some people are sending us pictures or whatever, but until I actually have one in my hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's out there and it's real and it feels good. And some of the messages we've got back and from some of the people, like it seems to be reaching those, like, not just people that knew who we were before, which is the other strange thing. If a band comes back after 18 years, it's generally not, you know what I mean? But I feel like we've smoked anything we've ever done, you know? Like, I don't know how we did, but I'll give that, or put it all on the band. Andreas, the drummer's fucking next level. Pete's a freak. The other two are fucking crazy. And the dude we recorded with, Elliot's a fucking freak. So the stars kind of aligned. It was hard work, but...
Well, like I've very rarely given you compliments.
Yeah, that's true.
When it comes to jiu-jitsu. But
I still haven't had a jiu-jitsu compliment, actually.
Well, you've got to show me something worth complimenting, eh? But what's the deal, right? So hardcore, I see, like in my head when I picture, I know a little bit more about it now, but it's like, you know, dark clothes, like, I won't say goth, but like, you know, like skater stuff. And all you can't surf.
Yeah,
how does that come about?
I don't know, what's that word? I'm looking for a word. Like Parkway, for example, that's bizarre. Like the music they play and that crowd they play to is generally like big bearded, fucking black clothed, wearing boot man, you know, but they just grew up in Byron.
Pictures with Rip Curl and Billabong and shit.
The thing for me is the same as you though. Like someone looks at you, they don't think, you know what I mean? Like we grew up watching surf videos and bodyboard videos and skate videos. In our generation, that was all punk. Like that dude, Taylor Steele, who did the Momentum videos, do you ever remember him?
Yeah.
That's why I'm fucking here. Like, that's how I heard punk, basically. Yeah. Like Pennywise, his first movie had like NoFX, Pennywise, like fucking all those bands, you know what I mean? And it was mad. And
I got introduced to Parkway through the Tension.
Yeah, well, I didn't really see any of that, but I knew that they would.
I've got the box set around
here
somewhere,
there you go,
mate.
But you know what I mean? I knew that they were using all those bands, and I think bodyboarding used a whole heap of other hardcore bands from memory. I don't remember any surfing movies then, but there's some now coming out with hardcore songs on it. I'm trying to get us on a couple of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, makes sense. I'm a fucking surfer, you know what I mean? But it's cool because I've definitely seen it go in waves, like where surfers just like listen to the worst shit ever and like...
Yeah, I had mates that used to surf that thought they had to listen to Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I almost said his name because I don't want to put shit on that poor guy, but like when you picture like that fucking acoustic, like to me that's not surfing. Like I want fast-paced, like crazy...
If someone pulls an acoustic guitar out, I want to die.
Snap it over.
Yeah, I hate it,
Yeah, I can't play them, so I might as well break them.
Yeah. Well, how did you get into singing? You just couldn't play an instrument?
Basically, yeah. Like the first band we did, like I said, was the same guitarist I got now, my mate Ricky, who's passed away, and then his, at the time, girlfriend's younger brother was the drummer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was like, and we're all from the same area. So Ricky was an older bra boy, Pete was from Maddo, the next suburb, and Steve and Justine lived close by as well in Malabar. I really can't remember. I guess, you know what it was? At all the shows, I'd always be up front, like moshing and singing along, which is traditionally what makes the best front people because you're already doing it anyway. You just got to do it in a band.
Looking back at the crowd this
but
time.
fuck, I honestly didn't have a clue what I was doing, and some of the shit noises I was making. I'm still not very good at it now, but I'm a lot better than I was.
I don't know how they do it with that fucking scream, eh?
Yeah, it depends. The metal stuff, that shit's crazy. Because the volume of it is really soft, but the noises they're making are insane. Like, when they do that crazy, I don't even know what the names of them are. Even when I sung on that Parkway song years ago, the guy was like, fuck, your voice is a lot louder. And I was like, oh, really? Because as he was trying to mix it in to make it...
Oh, yeah.
Because Winston's got a really heavy voice, but he's not projecting it because he knows exactly what he's doing, you know what I mean? You don't have to fucking try and reach... You've got a microphone.
Yeah.
Whereas the music we grew up in, we're just all screaming our lungs off. And so was he, and so he worked out he didn't have to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Was hardcore a big thing is it Maroubra?
Nah, not at all.
No?
I was, out of my whole friend group, it was just me and Ricky, really.
Yeah, right.
There was like a couple, another guy maybe, but it was weird, especially the straight edge thing too. Like, all my friends were just like, what the fuck? That was so weird, they just didn't understand. And then when I stopped eating meat,
you went that way?
So 20.
Oh, no shit.
My 20th birthday, I got arrested up the cross, King's Cross. And I remember just being sitting in there. I can't remember. I think I was laying on the ground, and I was like, "That's it. I'm not drinking anymore."
Yeah, right.
Because I spent the same night in the same place on my 18th and 20th birthdays.
Oh, in jail.
Same place, yeah. And then I was just like, so from 18 to 20, I basically every weekend did the same thing.
Yeah.
So it took me 2 years to actually, and I'm really glad that I worked it out at that age, because it's a very young age to be like, fuck. Because I was really dumb and going down the wrong path for sure. Which is crazy because I just had no control, and I'm still kind of like that. Like, if you give me a block of chocolate, I'll eat the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I'm exactly,
you can tell,
fuck off. I'm exactly the same, you know what I mean? So it's just bizarre, but it was literally the best decision I ever made in my life. Copped heaps of shit for it. But now my friends are like, you fucking legend. I wish, I did a trip with most of them to this island in Indonesia last year, and they're just like, fuck, I wish I could do that,
Yeah.
But everyone, I think as you get older, I'm sure I could have a wine with dinner now, but now I just don't have to. Why would I? You know what I mean?
I've been sober since I got back from Vegas.
Congratulations. Thank you. That's a week. Keep it up.
Week and a half.
And then we got, I don't even know how long it's been, but... And what's best for someone isn't for someone else too, That's the other thing when I say anti-authoritarian and fuck the government. Alcohol's fine, mate. You can drink that, but you can't smoke something that grows out of the ground. Huh?
Yeah.
What? Oh, is that because you make money on that one? Oh, I understand now. You know what I mean? And I love, to me, that's what straight edge is. It's saying fuck you to everyone.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go to your bullshit nightclub and drink some fucking... It's funny, I used to drink red lemonade vodkas or whatever. I was about to say your little pink drinks, because that's what I drank. But, I'm glad that when I was 20, I basically said, fuck you. And it cost me some friendships, sort of, at the time. And my friends were just like, what the fuck? But then the good thing was, if I wasn't with them, I still tried to hang out at night, but in the end I sort of stopped doing it, because I was like, why am I going to go to a pub and just sit there?
Yeah.
But then I'd be out watching a band every weekend.
Being the sober one way everyone.
Yeah, and then also I just didn't enjoy that either. If it was for a party, someone's birthday or event, of course. But I'm not going to go to some shit nightclub every weekend and sit in the corner and pretend I'm having a good time. You know what I mean?
The only good time that is when you encourage your friends to do worse
dumb
stuff.
Shit. My friends didn't need encouragement. Yeah.
How did you get into jiu-jitsu? Was that were there Brazilians? Where you grew up?
Yeah. So in Maroubra, I don't know if I am 100% right in saying this, but I think the first ever black belts that moved to Australia came to Maroubra.
Oh, really?
Bruno Panna, his name is.
Yeah.
So Sonny Aberden, who's the guy coined whatever was starting the Bra Boys, he was on the world tour years ago, and he went through Brazil. So he made friends, And he's the kind of guy, he's like his brother Kobe, he'd give you the shirt he's wearing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, shit's getting cold, give us your jacket. That's what they're like. Like, whatever's yours is theirs, same vice versa. So he would have said to everyone he met, come to Maroubra. You know what I mean? Whereas these Brazilian guys rocked up.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure they didn't have heaps. Yeah. And they said, oh, Sonny, you told us to come, you know? So I think it was on Sonny to, like, get him sorted. And, like...
And was he training at the time? Or?
Oh, he would have... We all used to train in gyms. Like, this was we'd box, we'd lift weights, we'd do anything. So when they moved, we're like, oh, another martial art to learn. Sick. But I must say, I did it a few times and I didn't like it. So, like, it's weird to think now because it sounds super homophobic, but I just didn't like the whole on top of each other thing. And at the time, I guess I was just a young kid and I don't know if I was like, oh, that's gay, man. Or I don't know what was wrong with me. But I do remember we used to do it above the surf club just on carpet. Yeah. And they'd put gis on and the rest of us would just be in trackies and shit. Like it was ghetto. And then as it went, I think they... might have got some gis sent over and then everyone had some and then eventually like...
What year would this have been?
98?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
So you check that for me and see if I'm wrong because I'm pretty sure they're definitely the first guys in Sydney because then they started... Then from the surf club finally said, get the fuck out of here because no one was paying. It was just that someone still had the code to get in or something.
They must have been probably sick of all your shit.
Yeah, imagine the sweat and shit in all the carpet.
Yeah.
So then they were living up the south end. There's all these like units, and they had a garage at the bottom with mats in it, which would have been smaller than this. Would have been tiny. It's cool though. From those days, there's now I think 3 black belts and a brown belt.
Yeah.
So Johnny Gannon, Ev, and Richie are all black belts. I reckon that's 3. I hope I'm not missing anyone. And Jesse just got his brown belt. So those guys all started back then, which is cool.
So you first rolled in 98.
Yeah.
And you're about to get a purple belt.
No, fuck off. So like I said, I didn't really do it. I think I went once, maybe. I do distinctly remember before a surf, we had our wetties on and someone's like, yeah, just come in here. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not coming in between your legs. Yeah, just cock rubbing on leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, then when I moved here, actually, I do remember how I met Will. I was doing like a barber shop down Glenelg, and Will...
You were a barber?
No, I sort of was running it. But that's another story that I'm not even going to talk about. But Will is a like clothes rep, and he was put the clothes in there. So I met him, and it was his idea. He's like, I don't know why he invited me, but he said to come start training.
He wanted you between his
legs. Yeah. And then I liked having the touch of a man again. I missed it, and I haven't looked back.
Until we started training.
Yeah, and then I stopped doing it again. Now that I've got a bit more space, I can go back to training.
Hardcore, surfing, jiu-jitsu, dad, you got 2 boys.
Yeah, shit husband.
That's all
down the bottom of the list, eh?
The boys are into their sport.
Yeah, they love sport.
AFL though, right?
Yeah, a bit of everything. Like this afternoon, we're just like, we got every game in the sun. We're just doing it, basketball, kicking the footy. Had a volleyball out today. Like, really? I don't know why. Because he was going to school. He's got to get in some program, so he's got to practice a bit. But it's good. I don't care what they do, as long as it's not sitting on the lounge on the fucking computer. They can do that. Obviously, everyone needs to chill, but it's good to be active for sure. I've got him into training before. Reed loves it, and he does it every day on me at home.
He was a weapon, eh?
He's just not that keen to go to training. The problem is training's at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and like he just sleeps in on a Saturday. So he comes with me like just to normal classes and joins in. I think he'll be fine if he wants to do it when he's older. He knows enough now. He's fine.
What's it? He used to do the wrestling move, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's it. He was so into wrestling. He knows all their moves, and then just with what limited jiu-jitsu stuff he knows, he's a weapon. He fucking just hurts you though.
Oh, I don't know who's more unrelenting when they come in for the attack. The 10-week-old Rottweiler out there, or
the Rottweiler biting my Achilles off before.
So this tour that you've got coming up, I know you sort of did that.
Oh,
before.
yeah, we're doing what we can, you know. Like, we
How
just...
many shows?
There's 6, but we had Perth booked as well, and we want to go to Queensland. We just were up there with Speed as well. But we'll get back to all these places. It is harder when you're our age to try and line shit up and like...
You don't think you could do the schedule like Speed?
If I was making their money, yeah, no.
I just saw Dennis is off again. And I was
Dude,
like,
they're
what
gone
on
for 3
earth?
months. They're
Really?
doing America, Europe. Yeah, they're not coming. Because the fuck thing too now, see, we did go to America years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we just flew in, didn't tell anyone, you know. Nowadays you've got to pay thousands of dollars just to get there for visas and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's why when they go overseas, they fucking go
They have to make it
overseas.
worth it,
Yeah. And they're a little bit younger than us, but they're still old. Like, they're not kids, you know what I mean? Like, they've got fucking bills and, like, wives, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, respect to them. But, no, I've never done that, really. I did it as a job, but not in my band. Like, I've definitely toured, but that's another level. Like, I'm not even once the boys are old enough, like... Oh, you know what? I probably would say I would do it, but just not the way things are. The other guys in our band have younger kids than mine, and we're just going to be able to do. And I think it's cooler for us as well, because I'm very proud of this record, but I don't want to just go bang, bang, bang and keep playing the same venues. You know, like Speed can go overseas for a month and we can't. So we've got to, when we play shows, that's why I'm trying to sort of, hopefully people realise, like, we're not going to be playing every 2 months, you know. So when we play, it's hopefully...
Yeah, well, I've been waiting fucking years.
Yeah, well, that's right. And that's how it should be. Like, that's with Perth. Like, we had it all lined up, and then the costs involved, I was like, you know what, we'll just come when we're more in demand. So we'll just do it next year, you know.
Go into the Street X dojo, mate,
Yeah.
and beat up fucking Bradshaw for me.
Well, I'll do my best. That's the other thing, like... If once you got to wait for the comments of people saying "fuck, you missed blah blah blah," you got to let them pile up a bit. Then you announce it and go, "Well, here, dickhead." You know what I mean?
There was always a running joke when I was growing up. Blink would always post tours, and then it would be "Come to Brazil, come to Mexico."
Oh,
that was just always "Come to Brazil, come to Brazil."
I thought you were going to say Adelaide, because we miss a few here.
Yeah, we do. We get stitched up.
It's weird too, especially some of those bigger bands. Like, they could still make good money here, and it's fucking...
I heard someone in the industry told me it's because Adelaide don't buy tickets in advance like other states.
Sort of. And they don't buy as many. We don't have a bigger enough population.
Grappling shows.
Yeah, well, that's right. But it just is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it just depends what band you're dealing with. And the way I'm seeing, the tours are getting smaller. Those big ones, they're doing Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. And if you want to see them, you go there, which is also fair enough.
A festival and then do a side show.
Yeah, true.
So I was stoked. I got to see Pantera. Yes, he's fucking problematic.
Yeah,
but
I had some like mental demons going to see that too. I got in for free though, so I didn't support him.
Oh, true.
I wouldn't give him my money.
Yeah.
The way he plays it off too and says, "Oh, I didn't mean it." It's like you're on fucking film screaming, you know, that stuff. It's like, just own it. At least say, "Yeah, I'm a piece of shit."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And everyone goes, "Yeah, you are," but your band's good.
We went to that. I went with a few friends, and when we were out the front, someone didn't get let in, and he's like, "I'm gonna come back with my mates. They're bikies, and we're gonna shoot the place up."
God.
And I've like looked at my mate, and they're a little bit older than me, and they're just like, "Oh, Pantera, the northern suburbs."
Yeah.
But yeah, hectic. But I'm glad though we get some of those side shows.
Yeah. Sometimes it works. Like, for instance, that one, they weren't allowed to do a sideshow anywhere else.
Yeah,
and
that's
but you know what it was? It was a warm-up.
Ah, true.
Which worked fine because they sounded great.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes those bands, they're like, "Oh, we've flown here. We want to play a show before we play the fucking huge festival."
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm wrong in saying that was the night or 2 days before the first.
Yeah, it was a Thursday.
Yeah.
Or
Tuesday
Wednesday.
or something.
Yeah, something weird.
I think it was a warm-up show. But it worked because at least you got to see them, you know?
What's the best band you've ever seen live?
Oh, God.
Doesn't have to be a big name.
Yeah. There's been a few really memorable ones. I saw a band called The Chain the other night here, which were fucking amazing. Band
Really?
from Perth, yeah. I saw Mariachi El Bronx at the Palais Theatre on a New Year's Eve with my wife, and it was like the most amazing thing ever. It was a really crazy show. It was really cool. I don't know. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds are always so good. Yeah, dude, he's so good live. Fuck, what else? There's so many crazy. I've seen way too many. Some of the Parkway shows, the one at the Opera House, the one at the Entertainment Centre, that was one of the best shows I've ever seen for sure. Just the production involved.
Yeah, it went up. Like I said, I saw them open for Taste of Chaos and Emo Festival.
Yeah.
And then I see them there. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Very different.
There's been lots of crazy shows. Some are memorable for other reasons.
Yeah.
One in Sydney ended in a riot once, and when I was real young as well.
No shit.
And that was pretty crazy. That was real crazy.
Like riot as in like police?
It was Dropkick Murphys the first time they came to Australia, and they were really good friends with Toe to Toe.
Yeah.
And in one of the songs, the singer from Toe to Toe came out to sing, and the bouncer fully tackled him. And the poor bouncer, looking back now, he didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, he should have known because Toe to Toe played as well. So that's on him. That's situational awareness. At least recognise, and he's a recognisable. He's got lots of tattoos. He's got a distinguishable mark on his face. You wouldn't have just thought he was a guy in the crowd. Plus, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He just went to get the mic to sing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it just ended in 30 on 30. Yeah, it was crazy. And it just kept going. Everyone,
Really?
everyone ran but all of us stayed to fight. And I was only young, but it fell right in my lap. And yeah, I was fighting. But shit like that. And it was just so dumb over nothing. But there's some pretty funny stuff like that happened over the years for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I can't remember how the music was that night, but I remember it for that reason.
Remember the fight.
Don't like Dropkick Murphys.
Something else in common with hip-hop.
They were cool though. I will give Dropkick Murphys credit. They are what they are. You know what I mean? They're working class. They literally are. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're legit. And on that night in particular, at one point, very outnumbered, and they were just in the trenches.
Really?
Yeah. And
that's fucking sick.
I think we pretty much.
I think I've seen them. What's the song? Coming back to
Departed,
Boston. Because I've heard that, so I don't think maybe I saw them at a festival or something.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the last song, whatever their big one was.
Yeah.
But I used to listen to them a little bit. Couldn't tell you any of their song names, but they were always good fun. Now you made a controversial comment to me one time, and
it's just gone down in the dark.
You said to me, I believe the song was Lycanthrope by Plus 44 was Blink's best song they've ever written.
I couldn't tell you how it goes, but I do remember that record, and if it's the song I think it is, it's a very good song.
Very good song.
Yeah.
But I just like the floor with all the other Blink.
Yeah, but I just like well-written songs, and some of the songs on that record, they're it's not very Blinkish. It's almost like rock music. Mm. But nah, I'll give you credit there. Blink have got some good songs. What's the first one on? Is it Dude Ranch? It's one of those random ones. I think
Cheshire Cat or Dude Ranch?
Yeah, I think Dude Ranch. I really like the first song on that record too, which is random. They can write a song or two. I didn't see them when they just came. You went, didn't you?
Yeah, I went. That was killer. And that was actually funny because the security because it was sold out, they weren't paying attention to who they were scanning. So a bunch of the boys, I reckon Cook was one of them, they got the GA wristband. So all of a sudden, guys that had seats were all down there with us as well.
The old Entertainment Centre we shouldn't tell everyone that, but even at the basketball, you just walk down there. We were courtside one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the court. Riker's out on the court.
No
and
shit.
It's I don't know. I guess they're middle-aged. They don't give a fuck, really,
Now, unfortunately, we're getting rained out in the tin shed. But just for the last thing, did B-Team beat New Wave?
I thought they did, yeah. I would have loved to have seen it go to some final thing, though. whatever. The rules are the rules. Can I say one thing though? The haters can all get fucked. Even me putting on what I'm putting on the next few weeks, organising shit's hard. So for people to sit on their fucking, or not even like this, it's just like this now, and talk shit, like fuck off. Yeah. But as if I was Craig, I wouldn't give New Wave shit. I would have never said I was going to give many.
Well, it wasn't him, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But listen, if they submitted someone and won, they would have won, but they didn't. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I would have liked to have seen a few matches. I think there's a few I'd like to see, but whatever. Everyone did their best. I don't think, whatever. The teams thing, everyone was protecting their team. Of course they're going to.
Yeah.
Next year, put them in a pit and make them fight to the death.
Actually. So you got tour coming up, your album's out, you definitely don't run your band's Instagram.
I kind of do.
Do you?
Why?
Oh, well, you just seem like a little social media butterfly out on there.
Yeah, I spend way too much time on there.
Yeah.
Fuck the internet.
So no apologies on Instagram.
Yep.
Go see their shows starting this weekend in
Sydney. And
Windang. I'll send Joe Lopez down there.
Yeah, tell him to come.
But yeah, Pete, thank you, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Legend.
It's over.
At least you won't ruin our hair.